Okay, we're at Dachau concentration camp. Crazy. Admission is free here. Oh, there's a guard tower. There's one of the guard towers of Dachau. Look at that crystal clear river. Some of the main buildings right there. We'll go in here in a few minutes. And this is crazy. We're coming up to the main front gate of the entrance to the concentration camp. Dachau. I'm going to have to stop up here so I can listen to my audio guide. But there it is. This is where, this is the main gate, yeah.
This is where the
arrival at the camp. The largest portion of this whole, the grounds here were barracks for the SS. The concentration camp was just a small part. Here's the gate into Dachau. Wow, something. Pretty river. There we go. We just walked into the concentration camp. Crazy. Those are the only barracks left. It was supposed to hold 6,000 prisoners. When the Americans got here, there were 36,000 prisoners here. Way overcrowded. That saying means work brings freedom. Arbeit macht free. This guy was used for altitude experiments. What is this? That's the liberation. This is a poster that says, "Our last hope, Hitler." Crazy. Wow. I'm in the actual building here where they did all the prisoner shavings and cleanings, and there was kitchens, and I don't know, there's a lot of rooms here. But I've been in this one room reading. It's pretty fascinating how this all came about. And after World War I, 1918, and till the end of the war. What does this say? Wake up and vote. After the failed Hitler pushed the ban until 1925. I'm in this room by myself. It just gives me a creepy feeling. And the walls look like they're almost the original walls and floor. Who knows what went on in this room many years ago.
Very little news, if any, from the concentration camps. But rumors circulated all the same, and they were supposed to circulate, for intimidation was a vital function of the concentration camp system. In this way, the camps contributed to the stabilization of the Nazi regime. April the 29th, 1945. The noise of the Allied front could be heard in the camp. Some of the prisoners heard it, the noise of artillery, the noise of air attacks. Their comrades working outside the camp returned with stories of tank battles in the vicinity. The camp was full of rumors. The question was, what would become of the prisoners? The prisoners knew something was in the air, but what exactly they could not say. And the fighting went on. In Dachau, more than 30,000 captives, at the limit of their powers of survival, knew only one thing. They must survive the last few hours. They said to themselves that these years of torture must not be in vain. They would do anything to prevent the SS from destroying the camp at the last instant by means of bombs, fire, or gas. A group of armed prisoners, together with their comrades from the local resistance organization, tried to put these rapidly formulated ideas into practice. They failed, and were shot by the SS in the main square of Dachau. Help came from a secret organization in the camp, the International Prisoners Committee. They succeeded in warning the American invaders that thousands of human lives were hanging in the balance, that every hour could mean countless human lives. Now the unbelievable had happened. Those who still lived were free. They would never be tortured again. But what about the others? They found one of the trains bringing prisoners from other camps to Dachau. The trains rolled into Dachau, crammed with slave labor from the occupied territories. They were underway for days, for weeks, without food for the human cattle they carried, without aid for the sick, without pity for the dying, without burial for the dead. Dachau. Anyone who was sent there had to give up 3 things at the portals of the camp: his property, his rights, and his human dignity. When the gate closed behind the prisoner, he became a mere number. The daily roll call made this clear. Here the prisoners were counted.
We're headed to the crematorium. This is where all the barracks were. It's crazy. There's another guard tower. Now this is the wall. I mean the barrier. I'm in a prohibited area right here for the prisoners. And then here's a ditch they would have to crawl through to get to the barbed wire section. Then the electric fence. Then they had the sentry section where the guards would march. Then they had a river on the other side that they would have to get through. And then on the other side of that was where the SS lived. The guards and everybody lived, so you really didn't want to go over there either. They made it sound like a lot of people out of desperation would just come up here and throw themselves up against the electric fence to kill themselves. Pretty crazy. I don't know. I hope I don't upset any of my subscribers with this, but it's pretty dramatic. There's the ovens. Crazy. That's where they cremated everybody. Now when you watch the movie and you see the bodies and the bodies and bodies, I didn't film all that because there was just so much of it. It's pretty I don't know if there's a word for it. Took off their clothes and then back end of the camp, walking towards the front. Well, you can see where all the barracks used to be. I'm not sure exactly why the bell is ringing. I think it's a memorial. There's so much to see here, it takes forever. That's a church that was built later, recently. Yeah, I'm over here by myself. The sun's coming down and That's the barracks. Sun's going down. Shoot, this ditch pretty intimidating. There's the barbed wire you would have to crawl over. Get over the fence. Plus you got the guards up here just ready to mow you down. I'm not sure this gate was here at the time. Maybe, I don't know. Could be original gates. Oh man, this is just one creepy feeling. Oh shoot, I guess I didn't turn it off. This is prisoner shot dead at the perimeter fence, May 6, 1942. Wow, when you think it can't get any worse, you end up in this bunker, this prison. This is just one long hall of prison cells. Goes forever. They still got the original doors. Most of the original doors in here. It's kind of dark. Here's a cell. There's a toilet. Get out this way. They had some standing cells that I was trying to, for some reason, missed. They were 2.5 feet by 2.5 feet. They would stick you in there and you'd have to stand up for several days.